Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brendan and welcome back to the channel, and today I want to explain the true potential of Bitcoin. Now, if you guys don't know, Bitcoin went from $4,000 all the way up to $34,000 in less than 9 months, and we could really just be scratching the surface of what Bitcoin is getting ready to do. So if that sounds interesting at all, make sure you guys stick around for the entire length of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. But that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this guy, because there is a lot to talk about and a lot to cover. So obviously, guys, we haven't made a Bitcoin video in just a little bit because I have been out on the holidays, but with Bitcoin absolutely ripping through its previous high of $20,000, going all the way up to nearly this $35,000 mark, the first thing I want to talk about is moving this to a daily time scale and then looking at this sell-off that we had recently on Bitcoin, because it was nearly 20%, but nearly all of it was already bought back up, which is incredible. So if we draw this out, this was about 20.5% of a drop from Bitcoin, going from nearly $35,000 to $27,000. But the thing to notice here isn't the fact of how much it sold off, it's how much of this actually got bought back up, because almost 13.5% of this drop was immediately bought back up. And for something that is so high, and a lot of people would say is so overextended, you wouldn't expect to see that much get bought back up here without viewing it, as a very, very bullish thing to see. Now, if something is well beyond its all-time high and it sees a drop like this and that much gets bought back up again, that's saying that the bulls have a lot of influence in this area and that people are very comfortable buying Bitcoin at 20, 30, and now $35,000, and maybe not 35 yet, but I think it's showing that anywhere between 27, 28, even $30,000, people are very, very comfortable buying Bitcoin. And again, the fact of how fast this got bought back up, again, this is a daily candle. This thing got bought back up within hours. So I think that that's a very, very telling sign that the bulls are comfortable in this area and that they're willing to buy any kind of dip that they see on Bitcoin, because this is one of the first real dips that we have seen on Bitcoin in a very, very long time. I mean, as we look at this chart, it has just been green candle after green candle continuously. And even if we look at this on a week or even a month scale, this has just been green after green after green. So when people do see those 20% dips in what appears to be one of the greatest bull markets that we've had in a very, very long time, people are more than happy to buy here. And so this is very, very telling for me. But nonetheless, I don't think that we can ignore the fact that this is a pretty hard rejection just below that $35,000 area on Bitcoin. So the fact that we are seeing our first pullback could just be a sign of, might just be the first of many pullbacks to the upside, which is the next thing that I want to talk about, because we did see this happen in that 2020 run. We did see these pullbacks happen, and some of the pullbacks just before the greatest movement to the upside. But, keep an eye on this. It'll be interesting to kind of see what happens, because I think that if this, recent swing low that we had of $27,700 breaks, I think that there is definitely some potential to the downside. But again, I want to save that for later, as I want to talk about the bullishness right now on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin continues in this parabolic notion that it has been over here, there is no longer any resistance on this chart. And I want to go ahead and draw this out. I mean, if we look, there's no more candle bodies to worry about. There's nothing up here to really stop Bitcoin from just continually flying from all the people that are, I don't want to say FOMOing in, but a lot of the people here who see these crazy prediction videos and they want in on Bitcoin. The main areas that we have to worry about here now are those psychological areas: $35,000, $40,000, $50,000. Those are going to be the main psychological areas for Bitcoin. So I don't think that it's too absurd with the rate that Bitcoin is going and how comfortable people are buying. I don't think that it's absurd for Bitcoin to hit $50,000, and that is something that I didn't think that I would say for another year or two. But needless to say, that's a real possibility at this point in time. And if we want to go ahead and measure that out from where we're at right now, that would lead us all the way up to another 60% to the upside on Bitcoin. And again, I don't think that that's too out of the picture. But I think one of the big things that we have to worry about over here is it's a lot of people say that Bitcoin's overextended. What does that actually mean, right? With Bitcoin being overextended, we are so far from our EMAs it is crazy. And the faster and the farther that we get from these EMAs, that's saying that we are setting less and less support from each other, because in order to get that far away from the EMAs, we are not setting support, because if we are kind of ranging or creating a consolidation period, those EMAs will have some time to catch up, which we are not doing. The last time that we consolidated at all was at the previous all-time high below $20,000. And so with that being said, we want to go ahead and break this down on a 4-hour chart. Now, there are little bits of consolidation over in here, but if we go back to this daily again, I think we can all agree that this is a very, very parabolic run-up that Bitcoin has been on, and there's really no real support until we get to around 24 to 25,000, and I would say the real support below that, this being a very, very small support, is going to be at that previous all-time high of $20,000 on Bitcoin. Now, the good thing that $24,000 area has is that it will probably have this 50 EMA on the daily timescale catch up to it, so we'll have a little bit of a double support in this area. But again, I think that the real range, if 24 to 25 doesn't hold, it's going to fall immediately back down to 19,000 or 20,000, and most likely hold that area. So Bitcoin is in a very, very crazy place right now. A lot of people are excited. Lots of people are buying. Lots of people are selling. People don't know whether to long or short. Well, a lot of people know that they probably want to long here, but lots of people are still shorting. Lots of people are kind of conflicted. Do they take profits? Do they buy more? I have gotten asked that question about 100 times in the past month, but ultimately, that is something for you to make your own decision on, as I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial, tax, or legal advice in any way in any of my videos. So, take with this what you will. Bitcoin is on an absolute historic warpath to the upside. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys got some entertainment out of it. Hopefully you guys found it educational. If you guys did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment something that you guys enjoyed down in the comment section down below. I love being able to interact with you guys as always. So again, guys, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.